So I hope they don't get this as the, should be careful. It's like you say in public. Anyway, Yahuda, we've seen a lot of things. We heard a lot of things. We've seen a lot of things on TV, on Facebook, on YouTube about what Ibrahim Traore is doing. Africa, we've fallen behind. We've been used. We've been raped and used for centuries. It's not just I'll go back to slavery. Let's say 400, 600 years. We've been just used. First they used the citizens of Africa, the human beings. They came and got us, just grabbed us like some sheep, and shipped us up here. And then we worked in the plantations 24 hours. So these guys made themselves rich. And then when slavery was abolished, now they went down there and started looting the natural resources. Okay, Ibrahim Traore said, no, enough is enough. And he's got enemies left and right. So I see him as a patriotic person, okay? He loves his country and he loves his people. And he was born into poverty, because I've been in Burkina Faso before, and it's pure poverty there. I went to a local chop bar, like, Ghana, we say chop bar. It's a local restaurant. And the people couldn't afford meat. So they use cabbage. They boil cabbage in the soup, like ground out a peanut butter soup, and katekwai. And then instead of putting meat in there, there's some meat in there. Some people can buy the meat, but most people couldn't buy it. So they'll put a cabbage, and then it will cook like meat. And it was actually nice. If you eat it, when you chew it, it tastes like a mushroom, and that's what they ate. Rice with that soup and then cabbage. This guy came and he's changing the lives of the people. Now people got jobs because he started infrastructure. Roads, buildings, hospitals, education is free, hospital is free. Gaddafi did similar thing. And this guy is trying to do something for his people. They've been in poverty for a long time. And some people have a problem with that, especially France. France has been looting Burkina Faso, and not just Burkina Faso, other countries, the Francophone countries in Africa, they've been looting them for years, and they have a problem. And they're going through Ivory Coast to, get rid of this guy. And it's sad, Yahuda, the West says this guy is violating the principles of democracy. But I don't see Burkina Faso as a democratic country. All right? And I've seen democracy in Africa, and I really haven't seen it work. Even in South Africa, where, I would say South Africans are, because of the people from Dutchland there, the whiteys, they are a little elite, but still democracy is not working there. There's way a big gap between the rich and the poor. All right? And I've seen Ghana, I've seen Nigeria. Look at this guy in Nigeria, this clown. And look at other countries, So even Cameroon, the president doesn't even live there. He lives in France, kissing white girls. And then he's the president of Cameroon, but he doesn't even live in the country, So I don't think that thing works for Africans, and Gaddafi set an example. And we all knew that, he was doing good. He helped his people. Education was free. If you want to travel to America or wherever for education, he will pay for everything. You just have to come back and help the country, And Ibrahim is trying to do the same thing. And they're saying he is violating the principles of democracy. I haven't researched the principles of democracy. I don't know what it is. And maybe I'll go search it, or maybe you search it already. So what's your thought on that, Yahuda? This is the whole, this making me boil this morning, because I don't get it. Yeah, man.
Okay, let me say good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Me mobibia chin, obibia ha, obibia jo. Me do benam kata, me samene pe anse zeng de zoa. Bo narevi, everybody is welcome. Anse nakoba, me a wizo. It's time, Africans. We have to move, and we are moving forward, backward
never. Yep.
We are going forward. Solidarity with Traore and Burkina Faso.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Before I start this, freedom wanted to come to Africans. Africa solidarity, Africa unity wanted to come for Africans. It came from the English spoken country.
Okay.
But we couldn't make it. And now, let me say, our ancestors has to divert it to the Francophone country. And it is going to work, and it is working.
It's working. Okay.
And it will work, and it will work and work forever. I don't want to even know the definition of their democracy. Since their democracy cannot give us freedom, I don't want to define it.
Yeah, man.
A democracy to African black people that cannot free us from mental slavery. I don't need that democracy. So I don't care anyhow or anything you say about Ibrahim Traore or anyone who stand for the freedom, solidarity, and the unity of Africans. I don't want to define their democracy.
Okay.
Because a democracy who cannot allow me to live on myself, a democracy who cannot free me to do everything for myself, a democracy which can still be making me slave on my own land. I don't need such a democracy.
Wow.
So if I'm ready to violate or validate that democracy, I am ever ready to either to validate or violate that democracy for my own freedom.
Okay.
Today, I'm about to speak to black people, especially African youth. We are carrying the heavy load. We have much and a lot to do to redeem this continent called Africa. So today, my message, I am tagging my message to African youth.
Okay.
Because we have the future. The future belongs to us. So if we don't wake up until now, that means our future is gone.
Messed up. Yep.
Our ancestors did it, and they left us. So when you come to Ghana here, one of our national anthem, was a Yangara Yasasini, a Yapuade Dimayen.
Yeah.
This is Ghana. A Yapuade Dimayen.
Yeah, man.
And this is the time every black man, every African man must stand as his ancestors and fight like they fought and got this land for us. Today, the topic is Ibrahim Traore violating or violating the democracy from our colonizers. I don't want to take it as yes. And if you claim it is yes, then it's over to you. It is yes to you. But to me, it is not yes to me. Because
I hear you.
What Ibrahim Traore is doing is not violating or violating any democracy. It is rather freeing people from mental slavery. Because the so-called democracy they brought to Africa is one of the process, one of the ideas which they used to change the black man's brain. My master Abraham Moshe said something last 2 days. He said, we have 4 types of common sense or 4 types of senses.
Okay.
Sense number 1, our eyes.
The sight.
Sense number 2, our nose.
Smell.
Sense number 3, our ears.
Hearing.
Sense number 4, our mouth.
Taste.
Then sense number 5, feelings or tasting. Taste, feelings. But do you know something? Out of the 5 senses, 4 of the senses are placed onto our head just because the head is the power bank, the engine house of the brain.
Yep, that's true.
That is why our brain is in our head, protected by our skull.
Yep.
So if you don't take time and anyone take over your brain, that means you are gone. Our eye is connected to our brain. Our nose is in our head connected to our brain.
Yes, exactly.
Our ears is on our head connected to our brain.
Yes.
Our mouth is on our head connected to our brain. So anything you see think about it. Anything you hear, think about it. Anything you smell, think about it. Anything you say, think about it.
Yep.
So today, I am about to talk. I want you to listen and think about what I'm about to tell you. You see, the democracy they brought to Africa doesn't allow Africa to be free. The type of democracy they brought to our home in the African land is not a democracy that will free black people from mental slavery.
But Yehuda, one second.
So we keep telling
one second.
Okay, go ahead.
If you say it doesn't make us free, I mean, we don't have chains on our hands, we don't have chains on our limbs, on our legs. We don't have chains.
That is what I wanted to say. You see, sometimes if I end, you understand me.
Okay.
When they came to Africa, but it was a physical change.
Yes.
And now they say no. We came from our continent, which is Europe, to Africa. Took them from here to our continent.
Yeah.
Now let's do something. Let's leave them here. We have to go back and stay in our home, but still controlling them. Then how do they do that? That is the democracy we are talking about today.
That's interesting.
So your colonizer, your colonial master is still in Europe, controlling you in Africa.
Africa, yeah.
In the name of democracy. That is why we say no. We are not in the era of democracy.
Yeah.
We are rather in the era of revolution. Because every tactics they use, we caught them.
Okay.
Every tactics they want to use to demoralize Africa, we caught them in the name of social media now.
Oh.
We are in the 21st century. Yes. In the olden days, the tactics they used to eliminate Nkrumah cannot work now. The tactics they used to eliminate Muammar Gaddafi cannot work now.
Today, yeah.
The tactics they used to eliminate Bob Marley cannot work now. The tactics they used to eliminate Sankara will never work now.
Okay.
The tactics they used to eliminate, how do you call it, Patrick Lumumba will never work now. The tactics they used to eliminate Idi Amin will never work now, because we are waking. We are waking. We are in the 21st century. We are in the age of technology. We are in the Aquarius age where people are thinking, people are rising. So, Mr. Man, democracy, which cannot allow me to feel at home, must be validated or violated. I don't know how you put the word. Is that validate or violate?
Violate, yeah.
Violate, thank you. Any democracy that cannot let me feel home, that cannot let me feel my land, that cannot let me be free on my homeland, must be violated. Because with their democracy, we are not free.
I got one. You know, the reason why I step in is at times I want to make sure people understand where we're going. Okay, America practices the same. America practices the same democracy. Europe practices the same democracy. So maybe it's we Africans not practicing the world. That's why it's not working for us, or it totally doesn't work for us. Maybe it's our leaders.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If Americans are practicing the same democracy we are practicing democracy, have you ever seen African leaders dictating for the European leaders?
No, that can never happen.
Telling them what to do?
No, that can't happen.
Then, but why do they have to tell us what to do?
Maybe they still think we are their slaves or something. I don't know why they do that. Or maybe...
Yes, they still think we are slaves. So if you tell me the democracy we have in Africa is the same democracy they are practicing, it is different, because with democracy, if they say we are practicing the same democracy, then why African leaders cannot deduct for them? Because they are deducting for us. If we are practicing democracy, then African leaders should deduct for them, telling them do this, do that. But they are rather telling us what to do. So in this case, we are not practicing the same democracy.
Yeah, I got you.
I think the same democracy is Kabi Mamin Kabi. Why do we have to Kabi? But we don't have time to Kabi. Then they Kabi, but we cannot Kabi.
We cannot Kabi. Yeah, I hear you.
You get my point?
I hear you loud and clear, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, people talk about democracy.
Democracy,
yeah, man.
which cannot allow me to be who I am.
Okay.
A democracy who cannot be.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. I wasn't saying anything. Maybe it's your.
You wanted to say something?
No. I wasn't. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think your line is delaying.
So,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Their democracy is the downfall of Africa.
Okay.
My line is delaying, but no problem.
Yeah.
Their democracy to Africa is the downfall of Africa. Because their democracy will tell us what to do, but not what we can do for ourselves. In the name of their democracy, they can come from Europe and build military bases in Africa. How many military bases do we have? African military bases do we have in Europe?
We don't even know how to manufacture
military bases in US.
The problems are, and I like Ibrahim is changing everything. We don't even know how to manufacture a gun or even a bullet. You know, so
Mr. Man, will you answer my question?
What was
I am asking you, if democracy is working, we are doing the same democracy. Do we have African military bases in USA?
That can work because we can't even defend ourselves to go defend somebody.
Do we have some in USA, Europe,
no.
African military bases?
No, we can't even defend ourselves to go defend somebody.
So
that's the problem.
Why do they have to come to Africa? No. Who tell you we cannot defend ourselves?
Well,
we can defend ourselves. If they say we cannot defend ourselves.
With what?
If they say we cannot defend ourselves.
We don't have advanced.
Alone and see we can defend ourselves.
Okay. We don't have advanced weapons. Right now, we don't even manufacture airplanes like jet fighters in Africa. Right?
They are the reason we don't have advance.
I see.
Because they are the same people. They are the same people who gave us the democracy, gave us the type of education we are having. If they were to allow us to live on ourselves, we can develop everything we want with ourselves. So they should leave us alone. If they say we cannot defend ourselves,
I see your point. Yeah.
Oh, I think this line is.
Yeah, your line is delaying. I don't know why. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. I think it's some sort of delay coming in. Is it raining there or something?
No.
Okay, then you are good. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. I think we see. I think it's apart from Ibrahim. Okay, and you see, they just like you said. Whatever plan or whatever they use to get rid of Kwame Nkrumah, they can use the same, the same tactic today because we are in a new era. Okay, if Ibrahim Traore sees that, and he can stand up to this mighty forces, why can't other people, other African, look at this Nigerian president? Nigeria's got the largest population in Africa. Look at their leader. So I think we are showing them that we can do shit, so they don't respect us. That's what's going on. Now Ibrahim is getting maximum respect because he stood up, and now he's echoing everywhere. His name is everywhere and everybody adores him. But look at the other people. They are just sitting there on their asses, smiling and say, oh, we'll do it. And they go sit in their Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Reggie.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Reggie.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have your own meat on fire. I have my own meat on fire. Either you push fire inside to burn the meat, or you kill the fire to rot the meat. Now, Ibrahim Traore has his own meat on fire. He's preparing his fire to roast his meat for his people. So if we, the rest African countries, we say we cannot look at what Ibrahim Traore is doing, it's up to us.
Yep, that's a good point.
Ibrahim Traore cannot leave Burkina Faso and come to Ghana while John Mahama is here.
It's there, exactly.
Ibrahim Traore cannot leave Burkina Faso, go to Nigeria when Tinubu is there. Ibrahim Traore cannot leave Burkina Faso, go to Togo when the president is there. So Ibrahim Traore is setting an example.
Okay.
This is why we need to follow him. And now, as I was saying, I am talking to African youth. It's time we have to start pushing our leaders telling them they can do it because Ibrahim Traore
did it.
Is doing it.
Yes.
So nothing can stop them from doing. Ibrahim Traore, if Ibrahim Traore can gather Africa and unite Africa, the best place to start is when he just started.
Yes, exactly.
If Kwame Nkrumah can gather the whole Africa, Kwame Nkrumah started from Ghana. He was eliminated. If Muammar Gaddafi can unite the whole Africa, he started from Libya. And they eliminated him. If Patrick Lumumba, how do you call it? They can start. Everybody has his place to start so that we come together, then that's all. That is why I am telling you, the other African leaders, some of them saw yes, this man, Ibrahim Traore, is uniting Africa by starting from Burkina Faso. So a time is coming, African leaders will be joining one by one. Don't forget yourself. I think I quoted you last week. I quoted your same words. Please don't forget your word. You said, as Africa was broken pieces, so Africa will unite together. In pieces.
Yes, man. Yep. True talk. Yep.
In everything, we need somebody to lead.
Yes.
And Ibrahim Traore is now leading Africa to freedom, solidarity, and unity. So we have to give our leaders pressure, telling them Ibrahim Traore is doing it, so we can do it. So, Mr. Man, I think I was saying, you said, because we cannot defend ourselves, we cannot go and defend them. No, they know we are capable to do everything, even if they are not with us. But they knew they don't want to leave us alone. If Americans, the Europeans, and Africans, we have the same democracy which they claim, then we Africans have to go to America, go to France, go to European countries, and build Africa military camp there. As if you come to Ghana here, we have African military camp in Ghana here. And I can remember, is that one of the European countries told Ibrahim Traore, France, the president,
Macron.
Is that Macron, something Macron?
Yeah, just vibes.
He told Ibrahim Traore he want to come to Burkina Faso and make one with him and build military camps in Burkina Faso. And Ibrahim Traore asked him, he's united with USA.
Yes.
How many how do you call it? Military bases
does he have in the US?
In USA.
Smart kid, yeah.
You see, so it's time we have to wake up. So I am telling Ghanaians, if Ibrahim Traore will violate democracy law to free Africa from slavery, we are ready, we are supporting him to break that law because that democracy in the first place didn't help Africa. And they know the democracy didn't help Africa. That is why they brought to Africa. There is nothing your colonial master will give you in favor of you. Because they knew if we give them that democracy, we can control them. We can still slave them. So once upon a time, they took you from your homeland to their country. Now they say, no, let's go back, leave them in their country, give them democracy, for that democracy to control them, for we to control them in their homeland. So we are still in Africa, but still we are still slaves because we cannot deduct for ourselves, because we cannot farm for our own self, because we cannot plan for our own self. Everything we do, unless our colonizers, and we say, no, time is up, we don't need them again. You see, show me the violation or the violation you are talking about.
You see, one thing one thing that kind of, I don't understand, I lose sleep over is, why can't these guys trade with us, Like when we want something from Europe or America or Japan, we go and then we buy, all right? So why they want to come and take? They came and took us, the human beings. They took human beings, I mean, literally, they took human beings across the oceans, to go work for them and make themselves rich. And now we are in a 21st century, like you said, so they can't take human beings anymore, so they just come and they want to take the natural resources. Why can't we deal with it? Why can't they buy from us? Why can't they come and say, hey, we want to buy some, give us, some good deal and let's buy it? Why they want to take it? I don't understand.
Do you know why?
Go ahead.
Because they don't have nothing to give. If today we say we want to trade, they don't have nothing to give. They don't have nothing to exchange. No, what will they give us? Is that the gold? We have it.
We have dollars.
Is that the bauxite? We have it.
They have dollars.
Is that the oil? We have it. Is that the timber? We have it. Is that the cocoa? We have it. Is that the rubber? We have it. So anything we have to change, we already have it. So they don't want to allow us to manufacture them and use them. They want to come and take it, manufacture it, and come and sell it back. That is why they will come to Africa, go to Cote d'Ivoire, come to Ghana, take our cocoa, the raw cocoa, send it back to England or Britain, do chocolate, and come and sell it for them to make money. If they say we will do trading, we will do better trade, give me this, and I take that. They don't have nothing to give. Now tell me, what do they have to give?
They got dollars.
The only thing I can say they have to give now is their knowledge. Now, if you want to share something, the European cannot bring you the gold because already you don't have the gold. Now we have the gold. He should come to Europe, construct our road. We should give him the gold. He should come to Africa. He should come to Africa, construct our road. We give him the gold. He should come to Africa, do our stadium. We should give him the cocoa. Come to Africa, build this, how do you call it? The factories. We will give him the timber. If they say that, then we can do. But if we say we are to exchange, give this and take that, they don't have nothing to give.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really, really good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Knowledge here, abroad, whether America or Europe or Japan or whatever, if you want to go to school there, they don't say you are from Africa, so you can't learn anything here. Or when you come, they'll say, hey, Americans, we're going to teach Americans some things and we can teach you. The universities are here. So why can't we bring our people here, have them study, and then come back to Africa and do the things that these guys are doing? Why can't we do that?
Mr. Man, it's part of colonization. It's part of the democracy. It's part of the mental slavery. In the first place, the first question is, if we are talking about universities, where does the university began?
Africa.
Wasn't in Timbuktu, wasn't in Mali.
Africa.
We were having the first university.
That's true.
So if we are talking about knowledge, who said the knowledge? We are the same people who said the knowledge. So when they came to Africa, they saw we have everything. When it comes to wisdom, we have it. When it comes to sense it, we have it. When it comes to knowledge, we have it. Finally, when it comes to natural resources, we have it. So the only and the best thing they have to do is to kill our knowledge, to divert the education and give us different education. Because when they leave us with our education, we already have the natural resources and we are going to use it at the finished goods. So they have to give us education when we cannot manufacture nothing.
So you mean people in Africa, right? Because we in diaspora, some of us are pretty smart. We got good doctors, we got engineers, we got software engineers, we got mechanical engineers, we got some of us here. So why aren't we being invited to come back home, and then help? If you even go back home, you tell them something, they tell you, hey, we don't do that here, we are too So
okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know why?
Yeah, go ahead.
You see, I don't know if you know I am learning from you. Since you started bringing me here. I am learning a lot from you. You said the word once. And I went and did my own research and I saw what you were saying was true. You say when colonizers came to Africa, when they took slaves, they divided the slaves in two categories. Category number one, we have the farmyard slaves and the home slaves.
Yes.
The home slaves are the slaves who are in the house.
Yep.
They always eat from surplus. They eat from the falling table. So anytime they don't feel the pains of the farmyard slaves.
Yeah.
You see, now some Africans who has the knowledge to gather Africa, to unite Africa, has now become the home slaves because they from the colonial master's table. So they will never allow the farmyard slave to be free. If that is not the case, African engineers in Europe, African mechanics in Europe, African armies in Europe, African knowledgeable people in Europe, why can't we get together, unite and do something? But because some of them have turned to, how do you call it, home slaves, they want to eat full belly for the home, how do you call it, farmyard place to be suffering. So the only thing we can do now is the youth to push our leaders, fire them, demonstration upon demonstration, telling them Ibrahim Traore is on the way doing it. So they can do it. That is why on the 25th May, we have a demonstration in Ghana here. Walk with Ibrahim Traore. Hand away Africa. We are all meeting on 25th May. We are marching, telling the whole world, we say, Africa, we have grown up, we are enough. We can take care of ourselves. Africa, if there is no Europe now, we are not going to sleep hunger. We are not going to sleep thirsty. We are not going to sleep naked. We are not going to sleep barefooted. We say enough is enough to them. They should free us. They should take away their hand from us. We are capable to do everything we want to do for ourselves.
Wow.
So, Mr. Man,
that's a boast.
Whether today, tomorrow, and tomorrow next, if anyone tells you Ibrahim Traore is violating or violating democracy, tell him yes, we are violating it, and he's not doing it alone. We are all doing it because the democracy they brought to Africa is the downfall of Africa. Before I continue, I wanted to say something about this man, King Leopold II.
Yes.
When the missionary, when they came to Africa,
they
told them that they should preach in the interest of the Western world. They should tell us that anything they will preach to us should be their interest. So the democracy from our colonial masters is for their interest. Because with their democracy, we are not free. With their democracy, they conquer our brain to loot everything we have.
That's interesting.
So we say yes, we stand with Ibrahim Traore, Traore solidarity, unity, freeing Africa from democracy. We say they are democracy, we don't need. If it was our ancestors who signed any agreement with them, their ancestors is gone. Our ancestors is gone. We say we don't want to continue that agreement again because that agreement is not helping us. A democracy which can still make me a slave in my homeland. We say no. We want to be ourselves. We want to be Africans. We want to be black people because we were somebody before they came to Africa. The very day they came to Africa was our downfall. And it is in the Bible. If you read John chapter 10, you read verse 10, John 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. He said, the thief did not come, but to steal, to destroy, and kill. People think they are talking about the Satan. It's not Satan. It is your colonial master. When your colonial master entered Africa, they stole our natural resources. They killed our ancestors. They destroy our identity. So when the Bible tells you the thief did not come but to steal, kill, and how do you call it? And steal, they are talking about our colonizers. They are the devil. They are the evil. They are the people who came to Africa, kill our ancestors, giving us a book called Thou Shalt Not Kill. They are the people who came to Africa, raped our grandmothers, told us that thou shalt not commit adultery. They are the people who came to Africa, stole our natural resources, gave us a book and told us, thou shalt not steal. When they were giving you the Bible, thou shalt not steal, they were stealing your gold, your timber, your oil, your cocoa. When they were telling you, thou shalt not commit adultery, they were sleeping with your grandmother. When they were telling you thou shalt not kill, they were killing your ancestors. So when the Bible tells you the thief did not come but to steal, kill, and destroy, it's not any devil. The only devil is our colonizers. They brought religion, they brought democracy, to globalize and destroy and demolish Africa.
Oh my God.
So we say, yes, we are going to violate any democratic law, any democratic agreement, any democratic, how do you call it, signature that will never free Africa from mental slavery. We are breaking the chains. So violating democracy law is breaking the freedom of African chain from our brain. We are going to break that chain.
That is,
and the youth
yes,
are the best people to start. Africans, the youth, because look at our generation now. If we didn't fight now, who is going to fight for the next generation?
Exactly.
We have to fight now because our ancestors fought and we got our freedom. We have the land, but still, they are still in our brain. Your colonizers is still in your brain. They are still in our brain, controlling us in the name of religion and political syndrome. And now they are telling you, anytime a leader from Africa, a liberator, stand in Africa to liberate his people, they tag him to be bad person. I can remember this man. When I wake up, when I grew up, a name called Idi Amin. They say Idi Amin was a wicked man. Idi Amin killed people. Idi Amin chew people. Odini Pana, not knowing they were tagging him to be black. They tagged him to be, how do you call it?
Bad person.
Blackmail him.
Yeah, blackmail, yeah.
Yes, that was the tactics they used. When they cannot eliminate you, they blackmail you. They paint you black. I think Captain Traore has been assassinated for 20 times.
Yeah.
And it won't stand.
Yeah, his purpose is not done yet, and he's got to. And told you, you and I, we met, for a purpose. I went to your master, and then he gave you to me. And look, right now I love you very much, and things just don't happen. They tried to get rid of this guy, and it's not going to be easy. And right now, Russia is involved right now, and it's not going to be easy for anybody to go in there and do shit whilst Russia is involved. We see. What I don't understand is, I'm going to say this again. I'm sure you're going to tell me the same thing again. Why do they want to take? They took human beings, human beings, and now, because of the century and the era that we're in, they can't use human beings anymore. So now they want to take natural resources. They don't want to trade. They want to take it. I don't get it. Is it somebody? I mean, somebody sitting down orchestrating that, or it's just pure evil? I mean, people greediness. I mean, is it what's going on? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense to them because they discover something, and we, the black people, we've never discovered it. Let me say, with this generation, we've never discovered that thing. You see, people cannot live life without some natural resources. It's like daily activities.
Yeah.
Without those things, life will be meaningless.
Yes.
So they saw that we own those things. So they have to do everything to get that thing, to live life, because without that thing, there is no life. It's like you as a baby.
But that doesn't make sense. It's like walking into somebody's home and saying, I'm hungry, so I'm going to take their food and eat. I mean... Yes,
it's robbing, it's stealing. It's like, let me say this. It's like you as a child. You wake up in morning, walking on the street, all of a sudden, you found money on the ground. You found money on the ground.
Yeah.
The following day, you passed there, you saw money. You see, if you even still try the next day
to see if I find some money there.
When they came to Africa, they saw everything they need in life without the gold, without the oil, without the timber, without the cocoa, no chocolate. So man cannot live life without natural resources. So they have to come to Africa, loot it. And the best thing they have to take is, you see, we have natural resources, we have human resource. You see, grooming people to take over natural control of over natural resources, because when they groom you to know how to do, let me say, when they groom you
to suppress your people,
to do things from gold. to manufacture from tree, to manufacture from, to get something from the sun, to get something from the water, to get something from the land. That is called human resources, human knowledge, to take over natural resources. So they say, no, if we don't destroy the human resources, automatically they will take care of the natural resources. It's like you came to a house of somebody, saw the person has a net. He always used the net to catch fish. And you saw that fish is good. You stole the net.
So you can catch
So they
fish
stole the net. So now we cannot catch fish. So they have to use our own net to catch fish and come and sell the fish for us. And we say now they can keep the net. We are able to produce another net to catch our fish. And they say no, we shouldn't produce another net.
That's a very good analogy. Wow. That's evil. That's evil.
So that is why I quoted them, John 10:10, say that the devil did not come to steal, to kill, and destroy. It is time. Let me tell you something. The very day the black man got lost was when black man was baptized to become a Christian or to become a Muslim. So when the black man met the white man, he met his Satan. But when the white man met the black man, he met his God. Because black man became who we are now when we met our colonizers, which are the white people. And the white people became who they are when they met black people. Because when they met the black people, they got access to our natural resources, our education, our literature, our engineering, our everything. So I was telling a guy, when the colonizers came to Africa, they didn't come for slaves. They came for engineers. My ancestor was an engineer. They are the people who engineer USA. They came for architects.
That's true,
They came for masons. They came for electricians. They came for, because they used our ancestors to build their continent.
Wow.
Our ancestors came to Europe before they became slaves. But when they were in Africa, there were no slaves. So these people say, no, we will still be in Europe, making them slaves in their own country. So once upon a time, he came from his country, took you from here, but now he said, no, get your money, pay visa, come there yourself. You see, Africans, we have problem. When we go to their continent, we are not free, we are slaves. Still, when we come back to our homeland, we are still slaves in the name of democracy. We are still slaves in the name of religion. They are controlling us in two articles. Article 1, religion. Article 2, political, which is democracy. And they don't want to leave us. So, in the journey of success, we have a race. We are going to run. Anyone who reaches the destination is a successful runner, is a winner. Now, your colonizers, they use two ropes. Rope number 1, religion. Rope number 2, democracy. Tie our left and right legs. Pin us. They won, and we are still standing there in the name of democracy. And how do you call it? Because the democracy is ruling the political leaders, while the religion is ruling the religious leaders. So, Mr. Man, let me repeat myself. I said this last week. The biggest demonstration in Africa will come. And that biggest demonstration will be when pastors, religious leaders will start talking about our economy, about our economies, or how do you call it? Economical problem. Because when the pressure is too much, the pastors, the church feel it. So when the pastor starts speaking, there's going to be a big revolution, because the only people black people can hear them now are pastors. People.
Yeah, they are pastors, and they are
religious people and political
people. That's true. Just those two. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. Yeah, you know, it's ridiculous. You know, I sit down and you know, I think about it. And I'm like, so So why? I ask myself why, and I can, you just said something that they came to Africa and they stole electricians, they stole. Burning Spear has a music like that. So one skillful one in Africa, builder in Africa, carpenter in Africa. I can't remember the title of the music, but he says that in his music. That's why at times, he cries because when he's singing, people don't listen to the words; they just jive to the beat, and that makes him.
Yeah, go ahead. When those people came, they were part of our prophet. You see, when the prophet of Africans are coming, they come in different dimensions. Some of them come as priests, akomfo, babalawo. Some of them come as president. Some of them come as pastors. Some of them come as political leaders. Some of them come as soldiers.
Okay.
Some of them come as musicians to spread the message. So those who came in the musicians are Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, Culture, Burning Spear. But people were listening to them. So they have to blackmail them that they are smokers. So people should not listen to them. So the only thing that will stop you from listening to Bob Marley and Lucky Dube, Culture, and how do you call it, Burning Spear and Peter Tosh, they will tell you they are smokers. Don't listen to them. But they are saying the message. And now, go to some churches. Pastors are singing Bob Marley.
Yeah, man, true.
Some priests are singing Culture.
Yeah, true.
They are giving us the message. So Africa, we have to wake up. Why won't Bob Marley say? Why would we stand and watch while they are killing our prophet? While we stand aside and look and we say it's part of it. I say the song and I say, wow.
Yeah.
Is that what Bob Marley was saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
We weren't listening.
We stand aside. Now, when they were assassinating Lumumba, black people were standing aside. We saw it's part of it. Oh, at least we will say, oh, when Patrick Lumumba did it, he was dead. When Nkrumah started it, he was gone.
Yeah.
When Gaddafi started it, he was gone. When, how do you call it, Lumumba started it, he was gone. And now we say, no, nobody is going. Captain Traore is not going until he finishes his mission.
Yes.
He is not going.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
But, one thing they have to know is African leaders, we are like a seed. We are like the beans. We are like the maize. When you think you are burying us, we will germinate. Because when you dig the soil, you put the beans, you put the maize, 3 days time, 1 week time, the maize will shoot. So when they think they kill Sankara, they never knew Captain Traore.
What's coming?
Sankara will germinate and become Captain Traore.
Exactly.
When they think they were killing Nkrumah, they never knew Nkrumah will come as Nana Kwame Bediako. When they think they are killing Bob Marley, they never know Bob Marley will come as Bob Zazandok. When they think they were killing Gaddafi, they never knew Gaddafi will become like Mr. Reggae ambassador. And when they think they were killing, how do you call it, Muammar Gaddafi, they never knew Ojumora Ayedu. I'll come. So we are telling the people, we are not going to allow this Western world to jeopardize us again. We say it's okay. We have our own teeth now. We can chew our maize.
Yahuda, let me ask one question before I forget. Okay, now everything going bad is about the West. I don't get it. So why ain't the East doing the same? Putin is Russia, Brazil, North Korea, even Japan is they are not. I can't call them Eastern, right? Because they are not socialists. But the main character in the East is Russia. Why aren't they doing the same thing? I mean, they are superpower too. Why aren't they going to countries and looting stuff? Why aren't they doing that?
You see, because let me say this. Africa, the black land, is called Akabula.
Yes.
Mother of mankind.
Mother of mankind. Or Garden of Eden.
I once told you.
It's all.
I once told you something.
Yahuda, it's all Garden of Eden. All Garden of Eden.
Yeah, the Garden of Eden, yes.
Before they called it Africa, that's how it was called.
Yeah, before they called it Africa. It was a Roman man called Africano Sulpicius. I forget the name. Yes, let's put that thing aside.
Yeah.
Africa is motherland of this world. Without Africa, nothing exists. So the other countries you are talking about, if you go deeply, they are part of us. Number two, they couldn't brainwash those people like us.
Okay.
Asia.
Okay.
They couldn't brainwash them as they brainwash Africans.
Okay.
Because the Asians, they say no. The Chinese say no. No matter how you bring your Christianity, we still need our identity. So as a Chinese, I will never teach your language to my children in my classroom.
And they didn't. Yeah, they still.
And they didn't. Wow. So you see, the fight we are fighting,
they fought it already.
End of the fight, the conclusion is back to Africa identity. Africans, until we get back to our identity and know exactly, see, people will control people who don't know who they are.
Okay.
People will drive people who cannot drive themselves. People will feed people who cannot feed themselves. So we cannot feed ourselves. They want to feed us. That is what they see from us. So they couldn't do the same thing to the Chinese, the Asians, because these people never rejected their identity. The China man say, no, me, I am who I am. But the African man say no. Even with this heart, African man say no. Anytime they see me dressing an African, they call you poor. That is the mentality they put to Africans. So they brainwash us to hate ourselves. So, Mr. Man,
Yahuda, before I forget, I came to Ghana sometime when my mom died. I came to Ghana. That was a long time ago. In my family, my mom passed away first, and I came to Ghana. And I went to some local restaurant, chop bar, in the Bantuma area. So I sat down and I was eating a mutu with a spoon. Mutu and beans with spoon. And and when somebody took a picture of me and put it on the internet, and you won't believe how many insults I got from Africans, because I was eating a mutu with a spoon. But I didn't think about that. I've lived in America for quite some time, and so I went there, and immediately they put the food down.
That's how they bring work.
Yeah, I just grew up. And people were just, saying all sort of bad things, because it's like going to Ghana and then trying to shake somebody with your left hand, or trying to give somebody money with your left hand. They probably will even take the money because you're using your left hand. So, I'm saying this because you pointed it out that we have to go back to our African identity. Okay, some things that we learn up here, when you bring it down there, it doesn't fit in. Like me sitting with a bunch of Africans and everybody's eating with their hand and I'm eating with a spoon. It made me look stupid. But I did it anyway because I wasn't even thinking. I didn't know. So
See, Mr. Man, no matter how the black man, African man, will become a Muslim, he can never become an Arab. No matter how the African man become a Christian, he cannot become like a European.
Yeah.
Look at what just happened there recently when they were choosing Pope.
The Pope, yeah, man, true talk. Yes.
And
that was sad.
The black smoke.
That was a sad.
So that means everything black.
It's not going to happen.
So you can't hide your black identity.
Yeah, you cannot. A black guy can never be a pope. It's like telling me.
You see, the only black pope I know is Pope Skinny, African musician Pope Skinny.
Okay,
finish. Pope Skinny.
It's like Yahuda. It's like telling me that. The Ashantis too, the Ashanti is sitting right now. You telling me that maybe 10, 20 years time, somebody will come from northern region and inherit that too. It's not going to happen. It just won't happen. So don't tell me a man from Africa will go and be a pope in the Vatican. You stupid if you think like that. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. You mentioned Otumfo's name. Let me remove my hand.
Oh yeah.
I want to say something about Otumfo to the second. And whether you like it or not, Otumfo say to is wiser than King Solomon in the Bible.
That's true.
This is my own thing. Whether you like it or not,
I heard
the second.
I heard he
is wiser than King Solomon in the Bible.
I heard he ended the conflict in the north.
Just I said this, Otumfo say Tutu is wiser than the King Solomon in the Bible. Yes. Simple as ABC. What I say a giant. Monsieur Otumfo say Tutu. And I be my wife. Yamaka say, Monsieur, what say Tutu ni myensa si King Solomon na mo say o Bible mu. And the maka point of view.
And I'm with you. It hurts me when people insult him on social media. You know, now young guys just hide on social media and say bad things, to adults. Just one day, yesterday, 2 days ago or something, somebody called me stupid on social media. I asked him to show me where he lives, and I can't show him how stupid I am. Go ahead.
Mr. Man,
yeah.
Let me say this. Mark Zuckerberg,
yes,
the owner of Facebook,
yeah, man,
is coming to do something in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, let me say 6 to 7 years. He's going to do a system where that system will scan some videos. They are learning our language. So a time is coming. Ooh. Anytime you put insult on social media, your video will not go. Number one. Anytime you insult some dignities, some old people with dignity, your video will not go. Number 3. A time is coming. Some videos are going to affect black people. I saw a video when some people attack a woman in a place when they wanted to buy the woman. And the woman was like they kidnapped the woman.
They kidnapped her,
I went there and I said they should share the video. And a guy came under my video and said, that thing was set up. And I said, no, even in quote, if it is set up, don't come and say it here. Maybe it may be true. 2 days time, we saw the video, they wanted to finish the woman. And I said, you see what I said? So there are content in social media now. It will affect our next generation because the comedy is too much.
Yes.
So the time is coming. The time is coming. Some videos will be coming out where people are in critical condition. Nobody will mind them because people will think it's a prank. Mr. Man, let me say this.
Yeah.
When our colonizers came to Africa, they colonized everything. Number one, they colonized our color.
Yes.
Tell us, we don't need black color. That is why you can see we don't need our dark color. Yeah. That is why you can see a black African queen with a beautiful color, natural color, diamond color. Will go and buy cream, turn his dark color to be a white color, mental slavery. They colonized our name, telling me in Sengokoji Ayedum Ojumora to name myself David.
Something else.
Telling you, how do you call it, Alote, to change your name to be Daniel.
Yeah.
To be something.
Yes.
They colonized our medicine. Telling us our medicine
is bad. It's bad.
They colonized our dressing. So when they came to Africa, they colonized everything. So finally, they have to colonize our identity. So black lost identity. Black man has now turned to a tortoise without a shell, walking in the forest.
Oh my God! Yeah.
When the rain is falling,
hits you.
When the sun is shining,
hits you.
He has a problem. So black people, we must wake up. We stand as Nkrumah. We stand as Patrick Lumumba. We stand as Muammar Gaddafi. We stand as Idi Amin. We stand as Sankara.
Yes, man.
We stand as African leaders. Bob Marley, prophet, those who stood up for the freedom and solidarity and the liberty of Africa. We stand for them now. And we say we are going to continue what they ended until we finish it. My father once said, Kwame, in a journey of a success, we don't stop. We rest when we are tired.
And then continue.
So they rest, we continue.
For them,
we rest, other people continue until Africa is free from our colonizers. Until Africa unites. Until Africa becomes one continent as it was. Mr. Man, don't let anyone tell you Captain Traore is violating any, how do you call it? Political laws.
Democratic
laws.
Principles.
In the first place, it wasn't Captain Traore. Captain Traore didn't sign any agreement with anyone. If they sign an agreement with our ancestors, they should go to our ancestors and break that agreement. We never signed an agreement with them. The agreement, the democratic agreement, is not helping us. It is killing us.
It is.
We need ourselves alive. We want to free. We want to be free in our homeland. We want to be masters in our homeland. We want to have our own accommodation in our homeland. We want to eat our own food in our homeland. We want to sleep without locking our door, as it was in the ancient days.
Yes. Right now, people are eating pizza and spaghetti, and people are not eating mankani anymore. And Bayram Pesi.
And some of Africans are coming with a research telling us that fufu and light soup give cancer.
Really?
I posted a video. His name is Kofi Anokye. 2022 from KNU.
You see, Chris?
He came, he said, after his research, after his education PhD from university, he discovered fufu and soup give cancer. And I say, I don't blame you.
Who gave him money?
When they want to come and sell their product to black people, they have to pay some black people to condemn African local food, to promote their own. And I was telling them, when they were bringing guineas to Africa, they told us our black tonic are no good. So they connect to the chemical sellers. When they sell medicine, when they sell paracetamol, they tell you if you need guineas, go to the drugstore. So they do when they sign agreement with the drug sellers. So in the essence, if you want to drink guineas, you need black tonic, go there. That is what they do to black people.
I remember when I was growing up, I didn't see tinned tomatoes and those kind of stuff. I think later Ghana started doing stuff like that. But you know, when people were cooking, my mom and other mothers in the house were cooking, they'll go to the market and they'll buy fresh tomatoes, and that's what they'll use: fresh onions, fresh tomatoes. And now everybody is using canned tomatoes, tinned tomatoes, or whatever, and that's all cancer and that's all diabetes because they add sugar and some additives. That doesn't work. So it's yeah. Go ahead,
Mr. Man.
Yeah, man.
When these people came to Africa, they used a system called "drop your weapons."
Drop your weapons. Really?
Yes.
Really?
Can I explain?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. When they came to Africa, we were strong mentally and physically.
Physically, yeah.
So they had to tell us to drop our weapons. What was our weapons?
The food we eat, yeah. Yep.
The food we eat,
yep.
The water we drink was our weapons because it carries power and natural everything.
Yes.
So when they saw that, they told us to drop our weapons.
And now we are all skinny.
Us not to eat our local food.
Yeah, now we are all skinny. We are not strong anymore.
Yes. They have to import their shawarma, their, how do you call it? Oh, that the one in their pizza and their food to Africans to poison our IQ. Drop your weapons. They tell you you don't need African medicine. Our local black tonic, our local medicine, the one with the trees, the leaves, the stem, and the root, they say it's no good for you. Drop them. Because they discover That was where our power was.
Yes.
They told us we don't need our rivers. So they have to poison everything. Yeah. And you know how they did it? In the ancient days, your father, my father, our ancestors, they used to farm without applying any chemical.
Fertilizers, no.
With no fertilizers. Yeah. So there were chemical in the soil. They saw that they have to bring their gramazone to poison the earth.
Yeah.
So as I'm talking now, mentally, spiritually, physically, Africa
just
is
screwed
down.
up. We screwed up. Yeah, we just fucked up.
Because the food we eat to gain our power back has been poisoned. The water we would drink to get our power back has been poisoned. And you know, when they are coming, they preach the disadvantage to you.
You're listening to
they won't preach you the advantages. They preach the advantage to you. When they are bringing you the thing, they tell you the advantage of what they are bringing to you, but the disadvantage, they will never tell you. Yes, when they came to Africa, we were having our potoiwa.
Yes, I have one in my kitchen.
They said that one is too slow. So now you need blender within a second.
Yep. It's all metal and plastic, you know, and that's all contains a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know all that. You know what? But I went to, like I said, I went to Burkina Faso in the 80s when Sankara was there. He had just taken over, and I went there. And they had in the morning when you go out, they had cow milk, fresh cow milk, and
we call it no.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? It makes these guys strong. They are just the guys are just wow. They told me to drink some, you know. And it makes
early morning. It's like, they go to we call it agbo dijai. Baka you agbolo fulani ase ango fulani baka jili no raw one.
Oh my God.
Nothing. They bring it raw, then they cook it. You drink it.
Yes.
Oh,
it makes you just very strong. And even the way they cook their chicken, they eat fowls. You know, I confirm. You know, they take the feathers off. You know, dry. They don't put it in the hot water. You know, they take it up dry and everything, and then they roast it on the fire. And my goodness, and the men are strong. I mean, the sun is very hot, but you see these guys walking in and working, and they go like, damn. I mean, I was walking there, and the sole of my shoe just came off from the sun.
You see?
It was 100 and something degrees, but these guys were just walking like they were walking on the snow.
Men.
Too strong.
Men. We were having men.
Oh my God.
In this case, when they came to Africa, they told us drop our weapons. And our weapons was our food, our water, because that was what we were eating, drinking.
Yes.
We were so powerful. So when they came to Africa, the colonizers did everything. They tried their tactics. The only tactics they got was to tackle the brain. Because they saw everything come from the brain. When they got the brain, we are gone. And one of the systems they used was, when you come to Ghana, they say once a time, when our brothers were in the dangerous, they put the guns there, and they told them when they want to go and urinate, they should take permission from the gun. You know how it started? Let me give you some small thing how it started.
Okay, go ahead.
The colonizers, they did something. They will put a bullet in the gun, call one black man, shoot him, then he will die. Then they will remove the bullet from the gun, call one white man, then they will clock it, it won't shoot. Then they will tell the black man, you see, because he accepted Jesus, that is why the gun cannot shoot.
Wow.
So if you also accept Jesus, the gun cannot shoot.
Wow.
That is what they did.
Oh my goodness.
So they will take off the bullet from the gun. They shoot white man. But when they bring the black man who don't believe they are Jesus, they will shoot and tell you because you don't believe they are Jesus. That is why you died. But this white man believed they are Jesus. That is why he didn't die. We call it drop your weapon.
Wow. You know, these days it's impossible to tell an African that Jesus is nothing and it's just a story or theory. It's impossible. they look at you like you are crazy. And I don't know if Jesus visits them every morning or he sends the message, or I don't know what are people getting from that, you know? And people are so addicted to religion and politics, you know. Like two parties, you know, like in Ghana, one party will come and won't do shit, you know, and they know, the supporters know they ain't doing nothing, but because they support them, they are their members, you say something about them and they want to attack you. And you see them living in pure poverty, and their leaders ain't doing nothing to help them, and still they follow them, and they will go vote for them again. And they go to church and pray and yell, and nothing comes except they lose money. And when you tell them, hey, wake up, you idiot, they tell you you are the idiot. We are in deep shit. We got work to do. That's why we need people like Ibrahim Traore, because he's going to tell you what to do. He said it, that he's not a politician. He's a soldier. He told them. He says, I'm a soldier. I'm going to tell you what to do, and we're going to do it. You know, so yeah. And look at what he's doing. You know,
our ancestors were soldiers fighting for African freedom. So anyone who will fight for African freedom must be a soldier.
Yeah.
One thing is that not every soldier is in a soldier uniform. There are soldiers fighting for Africa without soldier uniform. Because who was a soldier more than Bob Marley? Look at his message. Who was a soldier more than Fela Kuti?
Yeah. Zombie.
Fela Kuti said, I will go to school to learn nonsense. Their education is stupidity to Africans. Education which cannot bring food on your table. So Fela Kuti said, no, I won't go to school. I won't go and learn stupidity. Because the type of education they brought is a stupidity and nonsense to black people. So I won't go to school.
Oh my God, yeah. Those
they
days.
Were all soldiers,
yes,
fighting for the freedom of Africa, but they were not in uniform. People don't see them as African soldiers.
Yes.
So we have many ways of fighting for freedom. Some will come by music, some will come with gun, some will come with different preaching. We are coming with message, telling the people, and we are doing the greatest one because we are sounding the message to the brain.
Yes. Yep.
The brain, because they got us through the brain. So imagine African musicians, those who have been singing. Jason Kwasiatum will be singing like Bob Marley and Lucky Dube. So they have Bob Marley and Lucky Dube will reign for life.
True talk.
Because their message will never pass away. So those people don't die. Bob Marley never dies. Muammar Gaddafi never dies. Idi Amin never dies. Lumumba never dies. Nkrumah never dies. Fela Kuti never dies. These people never dies. So Captain Traore is coming to be added to them. When Captain Traore is no more from today, he is never dead. Because whatever he's doing will be in a remembrance.
I mean,
I will never die.
Sankara.
You will never die. Because this message we are sending, the next future generation will clap. They say once upon a time, there was a radio called Consult 5 Radio TV and radio. They are the people who gave us the message. So we are leaving the message for the next generation. Those who don't want to hear us from now, your future generation are my followers, whether you like it or yes. Because my message is for the future generation. I am making sense to them. I am telling them Africa must fight for the unity. We have to come together and free ourselves. So if you see me as evil, your ancestor will say, this man is making sense. Yes, he needs the freedom and the unity of Africa. I have to listen to this man.
Yeah, you know, people like you, and you know, you aren't scared to speak the truth. You know, some people, because of what they will eat, the place they work, or, you know, I mean, some people can even say some things because of their marriage. You know, you can if you married to a Muslim, you can go saying shit about Muhammad, and if you married to a Catholic, you can say bad things about the Pope. I don't know what they get from there, but people are so addicted to these things that doesn't bring them anything. You know, so So when people like you, come forth and start. Remember, they thought they eliminated Captain Sankara. Okay, they thought he's gone, and his ideologies were what? Gone. It wasn't. Okay.
It won't.
Now
it won't. When Africa is free, it won't.
Now Ibrahim is like Sankara, Lumumba, Gaddafi, Nkrumah,
Gaddafi,
all put together.
Hey.
So people, so
today, if they are able to eliminate Captain Traore,
which they can't, they can do.
Will be the combination of Nkrumah, Gaddafi, Sankara, Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, Traore. So it will be 10 against 1. That is how it is. On Africa, we will have freedom, but it is not now. But whether they like it, and they know we are fighting for freedom. That is why they don't want to release us. They don't want to release us. They don't want to leave us.
This is where I disagree with you, because I think Africa can have unity tomorrow. Ibrahim Traore started. Look at what he started, and he's been in office for how long? 2 years. I think 2 years. Look at the things.
I think it's more than. He took over 2022.
Yeah, so let's say he's just going into 3 years. He's just getting into 3 years.
Okay. So let's make it 2 years.
2 years, yeah. Now, Ghana had independence for 60. How many years? 60. How many years? 65. 60 or 65 years?
67.
67. Ghana 67. God damn, we're almost 70. Now look at the things this guy did in 2 years, and tell me that we had leaders. Good leaders in Ghana up till now that can do shit. All right, this guy came in 2 years. So I think Africa can unite overnight. All right, if people come to their senses and they want to rise up and they realize the quality of the unification, all right, they have to realize the goods, okay, the pros and the cons. They have to list them down. And somebody like Ibrahim is showing an example that, hey, it's possible. And it doesn't have to take 20 years. It doesn't have to take 67 years. Everything that Kwame Nkrumah built, it's all gone. The factories, the dam, we built one dam, and that dam is still there. What, 67 years?
It's still working now.
Please. So all these leaders that came, who added something to it? Nothing.
They sold everything. They sold MPP and NDC. We sold Ghana to NDC and MPP.
So all I'm saying is,
we don't think leave not NDC and MPP. Instead of thinking about Ghana, we say no. Yeah. We want to think NDC and MPP, because when NDC come, I'll have post. When MPP come, I'll have post. Now Ghana, do you see what Traore is doing? This little boy, this small boy, I am even older than him. I am 42 years. I think the man is not even up to 42 years.
No, he's 37.
Look at how he's changing Burkina Faso.
He's 37. Yeah, I can be his father. He's 37. I can be his father. Trust me. Look, so if we have, how many states are in Ghana? 53, right? If I'm right. In Africa, sorry, I said Ghana. Africa is 54 states. So if we have 53 more of Ibrahim Traore, okay, if we have 53 more added to, you're telling me Africa can unite in overnight? We can do that.
Why?
But people are so reluctant, and I think it's them belly full. They want chop belly full.
They want to chop belly full for the masses to sleep hunger. You see?
Yeah, go ahead.
If we don't wake up as black people now, we are going to suffer more, because these people are doing something. They say something is called AI. You can see their AI is taking over jobs.
Ashanti,
so the time is coming.
It's called Ashanti. It's Ashanti intelligence. It's Ashanti intelligence. AI is Ashanti intelligence.
Oh, it's Africa identity. AI, Africa identity.
I call it Ashanti intelligence. Okay.
I call it Africa identity.
Yeah, it came. My daughter went to a school of design in Manhattan. It went to the new school, which is Parsons. Some of the big designers here in this country went to that school. And when she was done, AI took over. She's very creative. She can do stuff on the computer and stuff. But AI took over. So right now, she couldn't get a job. So she's going for a master's. in something else so she can get a job. AI just came and whoops, took everything off,
A time is coming, the old carpenters will not get work. A time is coming, old mason will not get work. The time is coming, old symptoms will not get work. They are creating their AI. So if we don't wake up now as black people, we are going to suffer everywhere. Mr. Man, since until when will Africans go to Eastern world, go to Europe for their greener pastures? Look at the number of people dying in the desert.
Yes. Now,
by land, by water, we are dying on the desert day in, day out because of our daily bread.
Yes.
While we have the land in Africa, while we have the bread in Africa, while we have everything in Africa, we have to leave our country, go to our colonizers' country. Somebody who hasn't had the land is feeding you with food. Somebody who hasn't had the water is giving you fish. Somebody who hasn't had the cocoa is giving you chocolate. Are we not sick as black people? So we are telling black people to wake up and unite as one people. We have everything in common. If we come together, solidarity, and we come unity, unite as one people, we are going to free ourselves.
So it's not gonna. That's like I said, it's not gonna take forever. This is what I want. I don't want to put that in people's head like it's gonna take some time. No, it's not gonna take some time.
No.
All we need is it's like Yahuda. If you're going to Accra, all right. If you leave Kumasi going to Accra and you realize you're going to Takoradi, what do you do?
You turn back. You turn the direction.
You just turn. It doesn't take you 2 days to turn. Just turn. go to the right direction. That's what's going to happen eventually, And this guy started.
And if the leaders are not ready to turn, if African leaders are not ready to turn, the only thing that can make them turn is people like Ibrahim Traore.
Yes.
So every country we will get a soldier like Ibrahim Traore to do what Ibrahim Traore did in Burkina Faso. We will get one soldier from Nigeria.
I didn't say that.
One soldier from Ghana. One soldier from Togo. One soldier from Benin. All African soldiers who are in African land. You should look at Ibrahim Traore, wake up, act like him, take them off and take over. Simple as ABC. What are you doing with? You see, do you know something? You see, those who brought democracy, they are smart. You see,
that's tough.
The politicians.
Yeah.
They have been guided by the soldiers and the police and the national securities, right?
Security, yeah.
Yeah, they are guiding them with the pistol, AK-47 and guns.
Yes.
They never delay their monthly pay.
Oh, really?
Because they know when they delay their monthly pay, when the pay doesn't come, they have the gun in their hand. But look at the doctor. Look at the teacher. Anytime you see the teachers doing demonstration because they are paying, cannot shoot. But the soldier man guiding the president within 2 weeks, not the pay now. Because they know he is having the gun, so they don't have to delay their pay. Because when they delay their pay and they are hungry, the gun will talk. So the doctor, they will delay the pay because the doctor cannot use the needle, the panier. The teacher, they will delay the pay because the teacher cannot use the pen. But the soldier and the police.
I don't think it has to be military because if you go to Saudi Arabia and the Arab countries, their leaders aren't military guys, but they're doing good. All right, because it's understanding coming, a self-consciousness when the people understand who they are and then they embrace their culture, which they have. The Arabs have. They don't have, leaders like, shooting.
But I think with Africa, we have to do it as Ibrahim Traore did. With Africa, that is the only best thing now.
I hear you.
Stand up.
I hear you loud and clear. Oh my goodness, time of room fast. We got 5 more minutes to go. Yahuda, I think you said a lot, but I need you to sum this up. I think Africa can unite overnight. We can do that overnight. And if anybody says it's going to take some time, I disagree with that person because of Ibrahim Traore, what he did. He transformed this country overnight. And then, country by country, if we have people with that, not necessarily military, but with the notion that we are Africans and we have to get up on our feet and be competitive. Okay, so I believe Africa can put on the brakes and turn around 180 degrees overnight. I believe that it's not going to take 10 years. Shouldn't take 20 years. It should be very soon. So what do you say?
Yeah, that one. What you are saying is true because I don't know how to put that proverbs either in P or in English, but in my local language, I say, if you are passing, then you see somebody squatting. If the person is sitting, the way the person is squatting will tell you no. The type of squatting this person is sitting, or maybe is just squatting. What is happening in Africa is telling black people that we are in the process and the way to freedom, and we are going to attain freedom, unity, whether they like it or not. If we don't do it now, this is the time. Because I say the only solution for Africans is to unite and be in our home and feel comfortable and feel free. Don't let somebody tell you we cannot do it. Don't let somebody tell you Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is violating democratic laws. He's not violating anything. He's fighting for the freedom of his people.
Okay.
The only thing they have to do to blackmail him is he's violating that law. We don't know any political democratic law. We are only fighting for freedom. Revolutionary fighting. We need freedom. We want Africa to be free from our colonizers. We can't keep slaving to them in our homeland, outside and home. We want to be free in our home. We want to feel comfortable in our home. We want to live like black people. We want to be like an African. We want to acquire our identity. We want to be like Africans, who we are. We don't need them anymore. So whether they like it or not, Africa is going to unite. Africa is going to be free. Since Captain Ibrahim Traore has started, John Mahama can start it. Since he started, Tinubu, you can start it. Since he started, how do you call it? That Cameroon. I said today, I saw Gabon president, the president of Gabon.
Yeah.
Stroke. Old man.
Yeah, he can't even walk.
He can't even walk.
Yeah.
You see, when they grow to some extension, their brain is dead. You can't control nothing. So they should leave for the youth to come and take over for Africa to be free.
It doesn't make sense.
Now, my product, if you want to buy a natural bamboo and coconut.
Do you have one? Do you have one you can show?
I was bringing it. Somebody just took it on the way.
Okay.
I'll put it under the video.
Okay.
Natural bamboo and coconut caps. This is natural, organic. If you need it, the number is there. You WhatsApp me, then you get the price. Everywhere you are, I'll post it, I'll give it to you, then use it. It's time we have to use Africa. Yeah. It's time we have to live like Africans. Be like an Africa, then be Africa. Thank you very much for having you today.
Thank you. I really wish you had brought some of your product, guys. It's very nice. It's natural. Yeah, he makes it from a bamboo tree and then coconut, and when you see this, it's pretty. It's natural. It's not like drinking in a glass or in a plastic, where you get all these chemicals. Because these glasses and plastic, they are made from chemicals. Trust me. I've been to a factory where they make glass, and it's melted very hot, and then they mold it to that shape. This is natural bamboo, and then I've seen one, and it's pretty nice. Yeah, and guys, when we're done, put it on the video, and then put a WhatsApp number. Or you can put the WhatsApp number. You can cite the WhatsApp number now, so people can call. WhatsApp number, yeah. If
you need the product, either the bamboo or the coconut, that is the product under there. The WhatsApp number is 0502 334 576 0502 334 576. Just WhatsApp me and get yours. It's not expensive. It's affordable. From 35 CD 30 CD, 25 CD, 20 CD, 15 CD. You can get your size. We have the smaller one for our brother Muslim for attire. The smaller one for our brother Christian for apeteshi. The smaller one for our brother traditionalists for pouring libation. Then the other one for those who drink the safufu, then how do you call it? So
Yahuda Quintana. Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, we'll talk to you later.